Burial, burial, burial is my school. Best education reservoir for young learners just like me. Burial,
Beautiful learners of grade 3 in Burial International School and viewers out there, how are you today? I hope you're staying safe. Okay, I am Mrs. Naomi Bassi, taking you on agricultural science. Agricultural science. Okay, the last time we talked about oil crops, and we defined oil crops as crops grown for the purpose of the extraction of oil from the seed. Okay, we went further to mention some of the examples of oil crops, which is melon, soybeans, and so on and so forth, palm kernel, and the rest of them. Okay, we went further to state some of their uses, we went further to state some of the uses of these oil crops, and we state one of them as it is used for cooking. We use oil crops for cooking and so on and so forth. Okay, today we are going to look at another interesting topic on the board, which is fiber crops. Fiber crops. Okay, what are fiber crops? Fiber crops are crops grown for their fiber. Fiber crops are crops grown for their fiber, which are traditionally used to make clothes, ropes, and bags. Fiber crops are crops grown for their fibers, which is traditionally used to make clothes, bags, and rope. Okay, we are going to look at some of the examples of fiber crops. We are going to look at some of the examples of fiber crops. Number one, we have the coil. I said number one, we have the coil. Number two, we have the hem. Number three, we have the cotton. Number four, we have the jute. Number five, we have the raffia. Okay, let's take them down. Okay, here is the notes on the board. It says fiber crops are crops grown for their fibers, which are traditionally used to make paper, clothes, or ropes. Okay, we went further to mention some of the examples of fiber crops, and we mentioned number one as cotton. Number one, cotton. Number two, jute. Number three, coil. Number four, hem. Number five, flax. And number six, raffia. Okay, we are going to look at some of the uses of these fiber crops. Okay, number one, we say that fiber crops are used in making clothes. We use fiber crops in making clothes. Okay, number two, we say we use fiber crops in making carpet. The carpet in your house is made with fiber crops. Okay, number three, we use fiber crops in making we use fiber crops in making sacks. So this is our sack bag. Yes, we use fiber crops in making paper. The paper you use in writing, your book is being made with fiber crops. Okay, let's take it down on the board. Okay. Here we are, uses of fiber crops. We say fiber crops are used in making the following. Just as I mentioned earlier on, we say number one, clothes. Number two, sacks. The clothes you're wearing is made with fiber crops. Okay, number two, we have sacks. The sack bag we use in putting garri and all of that. Number three, we have paper. The book you use in writing is made from fiber crops. Number four, we have ropes. Number five, we have carpets. The carpet in your house. Okay, I want us to go back to the lesson again. Let's go back to the lesson again. Fiber crops. Fiber crops. We say fiber crops are crops grown for their fibers, which are traditionally used to make paper, cloth, or ropes. We went further to mention some of the examples of fiber crops, and we mentioned number one as cotton, jute, coir, hemp, flax, raffia. Okay, we went further to state some of the uses of fiber crops, and we say fiber crops are used in making the following. Number one, clothes. Number two, sacks. Number three, paper. Number four, ropes. And number five, carpet. Okay, with this, we now know some of the definition of fiber crops, and we have stated some of the examples. Okay, before I leave you, I will give you homework to do for me. Okay, here is your homework on the board. Number one says, what are fiber crops? What are fiber crops? Okay, number two says, mention 5 examples of fiber crops. Number 3 says, list 4 uses of fiber crops. Okay, write it and submit it to the school for marking. Thanks for listening and continue to stay safe. Bye-bye.